Hey, so I'm rereading some Lord of the Rings, as you do, and one thing I'm appreciating about it is there's a certain realism to the dialogue that I think I didn't really think about it when I read the book before. And that sounds kind of strange because obviously Tolkien is known for having more of a poetic and epic style that seeps into the dialogue where people will say things that fit in a higher style, but it is not what you would consider completely natural everyday speech unless you're with the hobbits or the more down-to-earth characters. But one thing I really do like is that when someone says something that's poetic or especially quotable, you don't get the sense that the rest of the conversation just stops around the character, or that other people have to immediately say, "Oh, that was a cool thing you just said. Wow, like I agree with you now." It is more like the dialogue, whatever it is, just will keep going in a natural rhythm, even if that point is acknowledged. And I sort of like that because it makes me feel like the characters have consistent goals from one line to the next. They're actual people who exist apart from making the protagonist look good. And I think that's a nice touch to the style. And I'm going to read one example of this because I need an example. And this is where in the Two Towers, the three of the main characters, Aragorn, Gimli, and Legolas, are crossing Rohan, and they run into the riders and their captain Éomer, and they're trying to negotiate walking freely through the land even though they're strangers. And here's a bit of dialogue between Éomer and Aragorn. So Éomer says, "How shall a man judge what to do in such times?" A rhetorical question. And Aragorn responds, "As he has ever judged. Good and ill have not changed since yesteryear, nor are they one thing among elves and dwarves, and another among men. It is a man's part to discern them as much in the golden wood as in his own house." So here we go, a nice quotable Tolkien-y line that applies to life in general. But here's what Éomer responds back. "True indeed," said Éomer, "but I do not doubt you, nor the deed which my heart would do. Yet I am not free to do all as I would. It is against our law to let strangers wander at will in our land, unless the king himself shall give them leave. And more strict is the command these days of peril." So he just goes back to, I see what you mean, and I don't doubt that you're doing the right thing, because I trust you guys, but still, my problem is that I'm not allowed to just let you walk free, even if your heart's in the right place. So I like that Éomer still gets to stick to his guns, even though we're obviously meant to side with Aragorn and co. because they're our heroes and they're trying to save their friends. So anyway, that is something I like about the way, about Tolkien's writing style. Thanks!